welcome back to Al's Kitchen. This week I'm going to be cooking a nice chicken chasni. Now it's not too dissimilar to chicken pathia. You've got hot, sweet, sour. In this one, some different spices, and it's also got more creamy texture. Not too dissimilar to chicken tikka masala. So if you like chicken tikka masala and you like chicken pathia, you're going to love chicken chasni. Let's just check out all the ingredients. So okay, let's start off with the sugar. Here I have 1 teaspoon of sugar, and here I have a 1/4 teaspoon of red food colouring. Now people keep asking me what colouring I use, and basically this is what I use. It's some TRS food colouring powder. Lots of restaurants use this. It's very potent, very powerful. You've got to be very careful with this stuff. I prefer the powders over the liquids. Here I have a teaspoon of garlic and ginger paste, while here I have 1 tablespoon of mango chutney. Here I have 2 tablespoons of tomato ketchup, and here 1 teaspoon of mint sauce, just like you'd use with your roast lamb. Here I have a teaspoon of methi leaf, and here I have 1/2 teaspoon of hot chili powder. You don't have to use hot, you can use mild if you like. Here I have 1 tablespoon of Raja mild Madras curry powder, and here I have a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I'm going to be using raw chicken for this curry. There's no need to pre-cook your curry unless you're in a rush. We're not in a restaurant, are we? We're only at home cooking BIR style curries for our families. So here I have 8 or 9 pieces of chicken. Just remember that if you're going to use raw chicken and not pre-cooked chicken, don't cut the chicken breast too large. You want it small enough so it cooks through in the time that we're going to be cooking for, which isn't too long. Here I have 1/2 an onion diced, finely diced this so that it melts into the gravy. And we're going to garnish with some of the green part of a spring onion, also some freshly chopped coriander. And to add a nice creamy texture to the gravy, we're going to be using some single cream in the chasni sauce. I'm going to use around 60 ml of this. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add some oil to the pan. Remember in my previous videos, I always allow enough oil just to cover the bottom area of the frying pan. That's how, for me, I know that I've got enough oil for a BIR curry. You can use a lot less. I just feel that the results aren't quite up there. Okay, so when you've got your oil nice and hot, let's fry off the onions until they're just soft. This is a really nice curry. The first time I ever had this was in a restaurant called, I think it was Mother India in Glasgow. You tend not to get this curry in the south for some reason. Maybe in the south we see a lot more pathia on the menu, maybe less so in Scotland, and they have a chasni instead. But nonetheless, it is a different curry with a different spice blend. Also it's creamy in texture because of the cream that we're going to add in it. And now I'm going to add my garlic and ginger paste. Okay, so now we're going to try spices it. So there's the mixed powder, or the curry powder, the chilli, the methi, don't let your spices burn. So if you feel they're going to burn, just add a touch of base gravy. That's lovely there. Okay, so now in goes the mint sauce. And now I'm going to add the tomato ketchup. at that. Look at this masala base we've created already. It's bursting with aroma. Okay, so now I'm going to add a touch of base gravy. Remember to heat your base gravy up and thin it out with water. You're going to build this gradually, roasting the gravy off each time. Really cooking the gravy out. Just about it. It's already smelling superb, this already. Okay, so when the oil starts to come to the top, that shows that that layer of base gravy is cooked well enough. So now I'm going to add the sugar, the salt, and the mango chutney. I just love a BIR curry. Turn that in. Okay, so now I'm going to add 1 full ladle of base gravy. Altogether, I'm using around 300 ml if you was to measure the amount of base gravy. Put that out. Going to give it a squirt of lemon juice. Once you get the knack, and with practice, you really can turn these curries out in quick time. It's all about the preparation, BIR curry. So prepare well and you can cook really fast. You can turn out Chasni, Pathia, Doppiaza, Buna, Madras, Vindaloo, Korma, you name it, BIR curries can be turned out if you get your preparation right. Okay, so lastly, we're going to add that all-important colouring. Now, I know there's a lot of you going to be saying or thinking, oh, I don't like to use colouring in my cooking, but it is widely used in BIR restaurants. And the redder the curry, the more appealing it seems to be. So let's put the red colouring in there. Let's turn that in. Look at that, totally changed the colour of the gravy to red. So now we're going to put our chicken in. Remember, this is raw chicken, so don't cut it too big. You want it to cook right through. So I'm going to turn the heat down a little, so we'll cook that chicken out. Okay, so I'm going to cook this for around 10 minutes, and I'll come back to the camera. Okay, so the chasni's nearly cooked. This has been around 8 minutes. Just going to add just a tiny touch more base gravy, not much. Okay, so this is where we add our cream. And this totally changes the body and texture of the chasni. So I've got 60 ml here in a jug. And I'm going to add it gradually so it doesn't split. So just add your cream gradually. Add a tiny amount. Turn that in. Put the last lot in there. If you want to adjust the colour of the chasni, just add more colouring, simple as that. Right, so this is ready to play up now. Okay, so let's play this thing up live. Look at that beauty, eh? So let me know what you think of this curry. If you like what I'm doing, don't forget to give me a nice thumbs up. Got gravy in this one. Okay, so now what we're going to do, clean the edge. Amounts of cream left. You can just drizzle that through and garnish it with just a tiny amount of spring onion and not forgetting the all-important coriander. So there we go, one chicken chasni. Now it's time for the taste test.